Oh yeah, welcome back. This one is today is about masks, societal masks, to be precise. Why do we all feel that we need to wear masks? By putting our masks every day, we suppress our true selves, our true divine selves, our natural inner being, rather than what people around us want us to be or expect us to be. And that normally depends on environments as well. When you're in an environment, we've been taught right from birth to blend in with everyone, because we all know if you stand out too much, you'll have some horrible person attack you for no reason or want to put you down for some reason. And that normally comes from a self-image, the way they perceive themselves, or they've had it pushed on them, which a lot of the time is NVD, narcissistic victim disorder. A lot of people suffer with that. I've seen a hell of a lot of people suffer that. I think probably realistically about 80% of the world actually suffers from that, because we've had it pushed on us for such a long time. Now you could say it's to save ourselves from persecution in some way, which it is. Let's be truthful. Let's be truthful with ourselves. It is that. You agree to society's norms and try and blend in with the herd, and anyone who stands out, they get shot at, don't they? They get ridiculed. So I don't mean shot as if in actual someone with a gun, but you have all your negative energy thrown at you, opinions and stuff. And it is to save ourselves from persecution and to stop other people from judging us for what we like, what we believe. I'm a highly spiritual person. I believe in a lot of spiritual stuff, and that's a big range of things. But I've always sort of kept that hidden from myself and from others, because I weren't born into that kind of world. I weren't born into that environment. I had to become that. I had to find who I was. But then you have to ask yourself, whose life are you living? Yours or theirs? At what point in your life are you then gonna finally stop and be truthful with yourself and say, I am this, I am that. I believe this, I believe that, rather than following what your friends say or family members say or your job mates say, and all the societal norms. And I mean masks as if in ego, because we all have an outer ego that we present to the world, for the same reasons of why people accept you for what you look like, Now if I wear a tracksuit and walk down the road, people will think I'm some sort of hoodie, or I'm a down and out, I'm a wrong 'un. But then I put on a suit and everyone gives me respect all of a sudden. And that's the reality of what I'm saying here. We've had it pushed onto us. Because you're wearing a policeman's uniform, you can't be corrupt, can you? Because you're wearing a tracksuit, you can't genuinely be a nice person who wants to help people, because society's told us that, hasn't it? And the ego is there to save us. It is there to save us from all the persecution, all the ridiculing, all the judgment. And the reason we do it is because the people that judge us the most are the ones that we love the most, the ones that we put our time and effort into. I've seen it a million times. I've experienced it a million times. So for me, I know what I'm saying here is truthful. I know I'm speaking my truth. You know, and maybe not everyone's going to agree with me, and that, you know, they don't really need to. Because again, if I sit here and let other people's opinions affect me, I wouldn't do what I do, would I? You know? But our egos are there to save us to some extent. To some extent, they are there to save us. Because we already know that we're going to get judged. We know that we're going to get judged. So people hide a slice of their self, and they present the slice that they know the world will accept and take them in. And most people who are truly, genuinely truthful and speak their mind are normally shot down and, you know, ridiculed because they don't fit in with the crowd, you know. But not everyone needs to fit in with a crowd. And I've said it to multiple people, and some have took it the right way, some have took it the wrong way. But if you can't do it on your own, if you can't go and experience something on your own, or spend time by yourself, then there is genuinely something wrong with you. There's something genuinely wrong with you that you need to fix inside yourself. And I don't mean wrong as if in like, oh, you know, judging at you, trying to say you're bad, you're this, you're that. I mean, there's something within you that you need to have a really good look at, a really good stare at yourself, you know, and find out who you are. And the ego is there to protect us in some sense, because our ego remembers all the past pains we've had to endure from other people's words and actions. And sometimes, a lot of the time, it's needlessly. It's needlessly. People have attacked us needlessly out of their own self-doubt. So they throw it onto other people. And I said this in my last video about it, where people won't take action on what they believe or what they truly want in life. And because they haven't got the courage to stand forward and do it themselves, they'll shoot at someone else and say, they're this, they're that, you know, attention seeker, oh, this, that, the other. But some people are born with a certain something, you know. There's people out there who are highly attractive, so why shouldn't they make money being a model? But they're all called vain. And not all, some of them are. Some of them truly believe that they're better than other people, you know. But there's a lot of people out there. I got pushed in that direction with modelling. People turned around and said to me, oh, you should go for modelling, you should do this. I sent my picture to someone and they brought me in to have photo shoots and that. And it really wasn't my world. I mean, it really wasn't my world. I've never really liked attention. And you could say, well, making a video and posting it, you're trying to get attention. I'm not necessarily. I'm doing what I believe is right and what God calls me to do, what my spirit team call me to do, because they know that I can influence someone in the right direction. I don't mean influencers, there have been all these influencers who are out there posting shit constantly just for the sake of it, trying to get views and likes and all the rest of it, you know. I'm not an influencer, I'm an encourager. So if I see your potential, I'll tell you outright, you could do this, I see you doing this. And some people take it and I can see their face light up because it's the first time they've probably ever been told something encouraging. And then there's so many other people that just sheepishly walk away from it and just ignore it and go back to living the same crap cycle of stuff that they don't like, a job they hate, people they have to tolerate, relationships that they know ain't good for them because it's what they know. And that is a sad truth. You know, people just tolerate so much abuse and shit from other people because other people will happily happily attack them out of their own self-doubt of ever chasing anything they've all wanted, or saying what they truly feel, you know. And we've all been part of it. We've all been part of it. We've all stood there in a crowd while someone who's got too much to say and of little value, who have said this person's that person's this, you know, blah 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 blah. And we've all at some point stood there and said nothing. But I can't. It kills me. It absolutely kills my heart to sit there and watch people get bullied and laughed at for no reason, when they're actually trying to do something good. They're trying to do something good. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in now. That's the world we live in, you know. We've got this slogan, influencers. But what are they influencing? What are they truly influencing? And as I said, I'm an encourager. If I see that you've got potential in something, some people are born to do something. Some people are meant to be public speakers, models, actors, singers, dancers, you know. And if I see it in you, I'll be truthful. I'll be truthful and say it to you, you know. But then so many other people will, you turn around and say you want to be a singer, but you can't sing, yeah? You haven't got a good voice that would sell, at least. But then they'll happily let them walk onto a reality show like, you know, X Factor or Pop Idol or whatever crap it is now, The Voice, you know. And then they'll make TV out of laughing at people. That's what world we live in now. When people laugh at you, you know, they actually put you in place to ridicule you. How sad is that? And how sad are these people that have to sit there and laugh at other people because it gives them a chuckle, you know? It's like the fucking Jeremy Kyle show or something. People tolerate and watched it because it made them feel better about their life. Everyone's got bad stuff in their life, you know, whether you've got money or not. Everyone's got negative stuff in their life because that's part of being human. Well, human experiences at least. But then they just happily sit there and laugh at people and judge without understanding. They don't understand someone's past that's led them to that moment in time. You know, I've had people do it to me. Judge me because I was at my rock bottom at one point. Lost everything in my life. And people see me at that one moment in time and they judge me for it. As if in, I am that. I am that. You know, I was down and out of work. Well, you're a bum then, aren't you? You're not worth anything to me. How could you be a partner? You're out of work. You're a bum, you know. It's all temporary. All temporary actions. Because everything is momentary. Same as pain, you know. Same as grieving. You can grieve someone and you'll be heartbroken for what feels like an eternity. But the reality is it's all momentary. I've decided to do this video today just to try and get through to people. My last video I spat out my truth, my deep truth, but it come out angrily because I was so angry. I was so angry with people around me. And my only way to channel that energy was into something that could potentially help someone else. Rather than being told you're fat, you're spotty, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. And then throwing it onto someone else. And then they have to suffer that same pain that you know you didn't deserve. You know, people do this to each other all the time. All the time. And I actually said this to someone yesterday. Why are you on your own? I said, because I'm a lone wolf. I do everything on my own. And her face was like, just stunned by it. Because she must be in that world of everyone needs to be with a friend, everyone needs to be with a partner, everyone needs this, that, you know. Deep down, she probably knew it weren't true, but it's what society's told her, isn't it? You know. I will do a second part to this video because there is a lot of information that can be gained from this topic. There is a lot of information that can be gained from this topic, and I hope it is helping someone. I hope someone will get this message, whether it be in my country or another. I hope that someone gets it and sees the truth of what it is. You know, I'm not here trying to be a spokesman. I'm not here trying to earn a living out of being on YouTube and TikTok and all the rest of it, you know, because deep down it's something that I don't really want to chase, but my spirit calls me to do it. My spirit calls me to do it. I sit there and I pray to God, and I'll get some download that's what I should go and do. And I actually almost didn't do this video today. I was walking home and I was going to film it. I planned to film it, and then the fear in me stopped and I almost walked home because of it. And I really had to shake myself. Thankfully, my spirit team got to me in time. My spirit guides. They pointed me in the right direction to come and do this video. Because now I'm saying it, I know it's got off on my chest. And it's something that can go and help someone else now. So any negative experience you ever experience in life, learn from it and heal someone else with that pain. Try and heal someone else with that pain. Because otherwise we're just perpetuating hate and fear and jealousy and all the rest of it. I will do a part 2 to this because there is more I wanted to say, and I did have some stuff written down. So hopefully if this has helped you, then quid's in. I've done my job. I've done what God's asked me to do. If it has helped anyone, I'd like to hear from you, you know. I'd like to hear a comment or even just an emoji or something like that, you know. At least I know I'm in the right direction with it, and someone else around on this planet can actually get help from what I'm saying. So thanks for your time. If you have watched it all, I appreciate it. And take care. I'll see you in part 2.